Hey guys, it's Alex with Hammond Watch. Here today I want to share a little alarm clock I just picked up with you. It's really fun. I was flipping through Instagram and came across a Wind Up Watch Shop. Not affiliated with them in any way, just saw these and immediately had to check them out. And it's called the May or the My alarm clock. It's MAI. And they do several different color variants. There's a silver dial, a black dial, and then a green version of this. The blue right now I believe is sold out. But in general, these things are really neat. If you're a watch nerd and especially into dive or sports watches, I imagine this speaks to you on some level. It cost me $40 plus $5 shipping. Showed up in about 7 business days, so relatively good turnaround, and I've been impressed with the little clock overall. And I think what I'm most impressed with, I like the small things that sing true to watch nerds, like having a sweeping seconds hand. Instead of a straightforward tick, you really nice sweep going through. I'm also pretty pleased with how this thing looks at night. In general, the Lume on these is pretty well executed. It might not be the brightest in the world, but I can attest it does last throughout the night. I have this on my nightstand, woke up, and when you roll over, you can easily tell the time. And honestly, it kind of tickled me just to be able to look at a Lume dial first thing in the morning. If you're having trouble, or maybe your vision isn't the best and you're wanting to tell the time at night, you can just push down on the crown at 12 o'clock. And you get a nice green glow. This light doesn't have like an on and off switch. You just click it, it presents itself, and then it will slowly fade back away. So outside of wondering about the seconds hand and the Lume, I had questions. I wanted to know what material they were going to use for the crystal. It's just plastic, like your typical cheap alarm clock. I was just curious to see if they were going to be so bold as to do a big piece of hardlex. Also, I wanted to know if the bezel operated, and it doesn't. They're completely fixed, and as you'd expect, it wouldn't make sense for this to operate. That said, I think I, like most watch collectors, would have really preferred just being able to have it as something just to play around with at your desk. I also wanted to know if the crown at 12 o'clock had functions as far as setting the time. And it doesn't. It's your nightlight and will snooze your alarm, which is set through this orange hand. If you've never operated a clock like this, essentially you'll set the orange hand, and wherever you have it, as your hours pass it, you're going to get some sound out of this to wake you up, and then that's how you stop it. The crown for all of that setting is on the back. Your first position is going to set the alarm. The second position will set the time. And then your on-off switch for the alarm. I won't actually be using this as an alarm. I just want it to be there kind of glowing in the morning. And then there's your speaker. If I didn't mention it, they did send an individually wrapped battery along with the clock, which is always a nice touch, not having to dig around to find one or pull one out of a remote to play with your new toy. In general, look, this isn't like a premium product. Like, this isn't steel or aluminum. This isn't any type of special glass. This stuff doesn't work. It's just a cheap alarm clock that looks like a dive watch. And I absolutely love it. I'd buy another one in a heartbeat. I think these are perfect for your desk or beside your bed. Any watch nerd, I'm sure, watching has already taken a peek at these and go for it. Super fun to have around, and I definitely don't regret the purchase. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It really helps out in YouTube's algorithm. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm putting out watch content weekly at a minimum, and I hope to see you in the next one.